Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel once again. If this is your first time, you're absolutely welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, I'm grateful that you're able to return back to my channel and watch my content. My name is Onyeka and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber. I live in London, Ontario, Canada. I love to share videos about lifestyle, immigration and other stuff. So please be sure to check out my previous videos, as I'm sure that you would definitely find something worth interesting and you might just decide to stick around. So speaking of sticking around, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you're an old viewer and you aren't yet subscribed to my channel, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. And when you guys do subscribe, please do not forget to click on the bell like button below so that you can get notified whenever I post a video and you will not miss any of my content at all. So a couple of days ago, I put out a question tab on my YouTube community and I was like, you guys should ask me questions and I'll film a Q&A. So this is my very first Q&A for the year 2023. I tend to film like one Q&A per quarter. A lot of you dropped in your questions in the community tab and I'm here to answer your questions. So if you're interested in watching this video, keep watching, and even if you're not interested, continue watching. Thank you. So I have a couple of questions here and I'm just going to read them off my iPad. There are a lot, so I'll just try to go through them as fast as I can. So for some background knowledge, since most of the questions are nursing related, I have a background in pharmacy, which I obtained from Nigeria, and then I have my master's in public health, which I obtained from Canada, and I recently obtained a bachelor's degree in nursing as well. So that's why most of these questions are nursing related. So the first question here is from one of my favorite subscribers, and it's none other than Enema Chidibiri, and she's asking, what has been the most challenging thing about being a nurse in Canada, and what was it like transitioning from being a pharmacist to a nurse? Are there remarkable differences? By the way, you've added so much value to my life. Thank you so much for giving us amazing content on this platform. I love you. I love you too, girl. To answer that question, what has been the most challenging thing about being a nurse in Canada? I think I would say the hours. I really didn't anticipate the working hours. Like, it's crazy. I usually do 12-hour shifts. There are some times I have done 16-hour shifts and I don't like doing those, but sometimes I do it. Yeah, the hours, I never anticipated the hours. 8 hours is long enough, so why will I be doing 12 hours? So 12-hour day shifts are one of the things I struggle with a lot. I don't know if this is the right word, but the fact that we're post-pandemic, so it makes things a lot harder. Like, you know, we're always wearing like PPEs, and sometimes when we have like COVID positive patients, it's always hard, like working throughout the day with those gears, those PPEs is such a struggle. Like, your face hurts from all that N95 mask. And yeah. What was it like transitioning from being a pharmacist to a nurse? Are there remarkable differences? I didn't really work that much as a pharmacist in Nigeria. I only did 2 years of pharmacy in Nigeria, which was the first year was being an intern. I worked in a hospital setting, and the second year was my NYSC, and I did that in a community setting. So right now I'm in a hospital setting. So the difference will be bedside. So being a pharmacist, you're not necessarily being like a bedside worker, you're like in your department, but now I'm like at patient's bedside. So for me, transitioning to being a nurse, I found that it was easier because I was already like familiar with the health sector, if you get what I mean, and I'm familiar with my medication, so I did not struggle in that aspect at all. Would you recommend studying the compressed nursing program for someone with a background in medical biochemistry? So it's like a 3-part question, so I'll read it one at a time. For context, I did the compressed nursing program. I got my nursing degree in less than 2 years, and I'm going to make a video on that as well. Would you recommend studying the City of Nursing program with someone with medical biochemistry? I would definitely say yes. You do qualify for that degree, but given that you have the prerequisite courses, which is like anatomy, physiology, statistics, but I believe a biochemistry student should have done those courses in their undergrad. But regardless, even if you don't have it, you can always take it online. What was it like studying nursing in Canada, your challenges, and what you wished you knew earlier, and what you could advise incoming international students? I sort of touched on that question earlier, like my challenges, the long working hours. And then there was a time I was posted to like a medicine floor, and guys, it was so stressful. Like, you're literally on your feet all day. There are no chairs on the unit. But where I am now, it's sort of like a different unit. Like, We're not lounging around the patient all day, like we're in an enclosed unit. It's a mental health unit, so we're in our own bubble for our safety. It's sort of like an office, if you get what I mean. What I wish I knew earlier was that the working hours, and sometimes it can be so demanding, like working 12-hour shifts 4 days in a row is no joke, and there are people who do longer days. It's no joke. I did not anticipate the long working hours. And what I would advise international students, please be sure to check the tuition for whatever school you want to get into, because nursing is not cheap. I remember when I applied to the nursing program, I did this in anticipation that I will become a permanent resident by the time my admission comes in, if or not it comes through. And when I got the admission, I hadn't gotten my PR yet, but I was put on a wait list. So by the time I got the admission, I already became a PR, but I had not yet notified the school. And then when I checked my tuition for like the first year, which is like 3 semesters, when I checked my dashboard, I saw $45,000. And then when I notified them that I was a PR, my tuition drastically dropped to about $14,000. So please be sure to check the tuition for whatever school you want to get into. You don't have to be a nursing student to know this information. Please, what are the steps to transitioning to a nurse in Canada for someone without a science background? I would say without a science background, you definitely need the prerequisite courses like anatomy, physiology, statistics. You can take these courses online. Yeah, so I feel like if you can get through the prerequisite courses, you can get through anything. The courses weren't like science related. I don't know how to explain it. Like, for example, we learned about philosophy. I feel like anybody can do it. So you pull through once you can get through the prerequisite courses. Please talk about how your grades in secondary school is likely to affect your admission, especially in courses like nursing. I think this goes beyond nursing. If you want to go for some specific professional courses, you need to have really good grades. Well, I didn't come from high school to study nursing, so that didn't affect me. But I would definitely advise you to have like a really good GPA. I don't know how high school does it these days, or just have really good grades so you can get admitted into the program of your choice. How long did it take you to get admission to Western University? I applied last year, December, but still haven't gotten a feedback from the university. This is like for any course in general. So I'm going to answer this question from a master's perspective. The admission cycle opens up in September and closes somewhere early February or late January. They usually get back to students early April or sometime in April, so watch out for that. But for my nursing, the admission closed in February and I heard back from them in June. Hey, don't forget that you owe us a story time about wedding planning. Guys, that's like 6 months ago. I know I talked about it, but I just thought you guys were bored of me talking about wedding. Like, yeah, even me, I got bored of it. But let me know if you want to still hear the story in the comment section. I can just put a clip in a vlog, but I wouldn't be making like a dedicated video to that anymore. Just let me know in the comment section if you guys are still interested. I'm planning on studying MPH in Canada. Is there some kind of certification exam or licensing to take after the program for one to practice in a public health sector? Public health is not a regulated profession. Like, it's not like engineering, nursing, medicine, or dentistry, stuff like that. It's an open profession. Anyone can actually get into it without having to write any exams. Hi Inka, I've been watching your videos on YouTube and you have great videos. I would like to ask if it's necessary to have a high school certificate if you want to apply for a master's degree or a bachelor's program this year. Definitely you need a high school degree if you want to get into any program anywhere. So yeah, you need a high school degree. Do you think your nursing program was easier for you because you already had a Canadian experience? I would say yes. So I got my master's before my bachelor's. I did it in reverse. My master's was really tough and challenging, so that prepared me for the bachelor. And the bachelor's was so easy. Like, let me not say so easy, but it was way easier than my master's. Like, much wasn't really expected from you. Maybe because it was a bachelor's program. Thank you for your videos. I have a question. If one completes a 1-year study program and then they apply for a work permit while working, they get married in Nigeria, can one apply for a visit for the new spouse? And how long will it take? And can the person work in Canada? You can definitely apply for a visitor's visa for your spouse. I don't know how long it takes, maybe 6 months to 1 year. You can check the processing time. You can just Google like visitors processing time to Canada and choose your country of choice, and then you see the wait time. Can the person work in Canada? I would say if you have a 1-year postgraduate work permit, I would say that time is so short for you to process all of these things and for that person to work, in my opinion. But who knows, it may work for you. Can you talk about how to switch from a university to a college in Canada as an international student? And also, you're glowing. Thank you. I don't know why you would want to switch from university to college, but maybe for financial reasons. But yes, it's possible to switch. I think you should just apply to a college, and if you get admitted, you make the switch. But you have to notify the IRCC that you're making a switch. Please talk about how a newly qualified mental health nurse in the UK can transition into psychiatric nursing in Canada, and the best province for a mental health nurse. For me, I didn't take any special course to get into mental health, but I don't know about psych in particular. You may have to take 1 or 2 courses, but that shouldn't be hard. Maybe you should try applying to psych nursing first and then see the requirements. If they will need you to have a certain kind of course, then you need to take that course. But I don't think you need to take a special thing to get into psych nursing though. And then the best province for mental health nursing, I don't think there's a best province. I think every province has a demand for this particular field. What are the opportunities for someone with a BSc in physiology? And are there any professional exams to write? I don't think there are any professional exams that you need to write. Physiology is not part of the list of regulated courses in Canada. And then opportunities for someone with a BSc in medical physiology, I'm not exactly sure. You just have to Google that and see what kind of jobs are out there for you. I'm sorry, I can't really answer that question. I never really see you around friends. Do you find it hard to make friends? Maybe that's the Leo in us. Well, generally, for most people, when you immigrate abroad, things are different. I think it comes with maturity, being away from your support system. I just feel like a lot of things just play into making friends at this current time. For example, the weather, when it's snowing, I don't want to go out. Nobody wants to go out. There's this loneliness that comes with moving abroad. Yes, everyone goes through it. I think that plays a role in this situation. And I don't find it hard making friends. I'm actually very open to making friends. But again, I may meet people where we may not vibe as much, So please, can you tell us about everything about the city you're currently living in? Like the price of 1-bedroom condo apartment there, health jobs, That's a loaded question. I don't think I can just answer that right now. I can't tell you everything about London. I'm sure if you Google London, Ontario, you can see 1 or 2 information about it. The price of a 1-bedroom condo right now should be about, maybe average price should be about 8,300 to 8,500. Which university is cheap for international students to study Masters of Public Health? Which one were you, please, and which one did you do for your nursing? So I went to only Western University. That's why I got both of my degrees. For public health, affordable universities. From my memory, I think the cheapest I have seen should be Simon Fraser University in British Columbia, but don't quote me. I don't know. I haven't checked all the public health schools in Canada, but don't quote me. Did you buy the house you're currently living in or rent? If it's bought, please educate us on how you bought it. My husband and I purchased this home. The process of how we did it, I made a dedicated video on this channel. I'm going to link it up for you to watch, okay? Can you please do a house tour, and when did you start driving? I think I'm past house tour right now. I'm not going to promise a house tour. I don't think I will be doing one. Again, because my space is not just for me right now. I'm sharing it with someone else, so no house tour right now. Maybe if I move out of this property, yeah, I may be comfortable doing that. When did you start driving? I would say officially, December. No, I got my license December or January of 2021 or 2. I started driving fully last year, but technically I started driving 2016 in Nigeria, but while I was living with my parents. But I left the house for my NYSC. I didn't have access to a car, so I stopped driving, and then I officially started again about 2 years ago. Is it possible to pay my tuition fees from working as an international student? That's a tough one. I did make a video, and I'm going to link it up for you to watch. Hear the answer to this question. And if you're interested in knowing more, so click on that link. Is it possible to arrive way earlier and work before school officially resumes? No, you're not allowed to do that. You're only allowed to work when your school program begins. What apps do you use in editing your videos? I use Final Cut Pro. Are international trained nurses allowed to work freely in Canada without any hitches? No, you're not allowed to work because you have to register and take the licensing exam. I I heard some provinces are making new laws about international trained nurses. Yes, I'm going to make a YouTube short about this topic, okay? Hi there, I have a BS in chemistry. What lucrative course would you advise me to do for an MSc in Canada? Someone else also said, we'll be glad if I answer this question. For me, it may sound too lame, but what I would do, I'll just Google it, like, what can I do for masters with a bachelor's in chemistry? And I'll see the different options. Or something that I can also do, or I also did, was I'll just pick a random university, maybe something like a province I'm interested in, go through the list of the MSc courses and just see the names. Sometimes a name might stand out to you and you can read about it and be like, okay, it's not too bad. But for chemistry, I'm not sure. I'm sorry, but just try that trick and let me know if it works in the comment section. Go through the list of master's programs in different universities and something will stand out to you. Please, is there a compressed time frame program in nursing? If yes, for how long? Yeah, I did a compressed program and it can be from somewhere between 19 months to 3 years. Please, I'm a pharmacy student. Would like to know if you did your internship and NYC before you traveled to Canada to do your master's. Yes, I did my internship in 2016 and I did my NYC from 2017 to 2018. Are there job opportunities for someone with a D-Pharm degree in Canada? Definitely. If you can write the licensing exams, there's so many jobs for you. Hey, are you a nurse? And were you a nurse from Nigeria? Yes, I'm a nurse. No, I wasn't from Nigeria. What has your career and educational journey been like from Nigeria to Canada? I sort of talked about it at the beginning of this video. So I did a 5-year pharmacy degree in Nigeria, did my internship, did my NYC in the pharmacy field, did my master's in public health, worked in the health sector a bit, went back to school for nursing, and now I'm working in the health sector still. Please, I would like to know where you did your 1-year nursing degree. Is there another province one can get that degree also? Yes, I think all provinces should have a compressed nursing program, and I did it in the University of Western Ontario in London, where I live. Can a practical nurse who got licensed in Ontario work in other provinces? Yes, you can. You just need to register in the nursing body in whatever province you're going to. I have a 3rd class in biochemistry, but I would like to study practical nursing. Any advice? Yeah, you can. Maybe you just need to do like a diploma course to increase your GPA or something, so you can get admitted into a practical nursing program. Please help me look for a fully funded undergrad scholarship. I really want to go to school, but the financial situation in Nigeria isn't working. I'm sorry, I can't help you look for a fully funded scholarship. I have a video where I talked about getting scholarships in Canada. I'm going to link it up. Maybe that may be of help to you. Hi, can you please recommend where to get a nice mani pedi? I think I've only been to 2 or 3 places in London, and my favorite place to go is the Nail Boutique. Check that out. It's on Warncliffe. You're truly beautiful. Thank you. How are you doing, ma'am? Thank you for asking. I'm stressed, but I'm doing fine. Thank you. I got admission to study in Canada. Please, how can I pay my fees without being affected by the high exchange rates? Someone replied and says, use Form A to make the payment from Nigeria. I don't know what that is, but if that's your answer, I don't know what Form A is. I really don't know. So try using the Form A. I'm applying for culinary management for 2 years in Centennial College to resume January 2024. My question is, I'm looking for support like funding, scholarship. I've tried Empower, but it's not available for that college. What would you advise? This course comes with intake. Oh, this is a loaded one. I'll just put it on the screen. With regards to if you're able to get a work permit, you should definitely send the school an email asking if you're able to apply for a work permit afterwards. For scholarship, I don't know. You can also ask the school if they offer like some sort of scholarship opportunities. You never know. I think you should definitely show that you went to school within those 5 years, because they always question that gap. NYC doesn't affect your visa application. Not everyone did NYC before immigrating to Canada, so there you have it. I'm just going to answer a few from Instagram. This video is already too long, so I may not answer everything. Will you carry us through your pregnancy period on YouTube? Honestly, I can't say until then. If I feel like I want to keep it private to myself, and I will keep it private, and if I'm ready to share, I will share. So you know how people do it. How do you manage working 2 jobs, being a newlywed, YouTube, and having a social life? Honey, I don't have a social life. Yeah, it's so hard. So I spend so much time working. It's affecting my social life, and I think it's a general thing here. Like, I don't know. It's just hard, yeah. I just have to find a balance. I feel like during the summer, like it's more conducive to have a social life because I can go out more. But right now, social life is lacking. Your makeup routine video, I don't think I'll do a dedicated video, but I have some videos on my channel where I did like a get ready with me, so please be sure to check that out. Your skincare routine and product video. Guys, I don't do skincare, I just rub regular cream on my face. I have a marketing and psychology degree. Can I apply for nursing in Canada? I believe you can, especially with that psychology degree. You can. I love your cooking skills. Thank you. This video is already too long than I anticipated, so I'm going to end this video here. If you're still watching this video to this end, thank you so much. Please do not forget to like and share this video. Do not forget to subscribe. Turn on the bell notification button so you can get notified, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care and bye.